Hey, this is Scott Cole from whentobuyandSellStocks.com, and I just wanted to do a quick market commentary. The market hasn't done a whole lot this week, but there has been some strength in some stocks, and most notably is the greatest company in the world, and that is Apple. And what I have here is a weekly chart going back to 2008. And over here on the far right, you can see this week's price action. And you can see that just a couple weeks ago, it broke out of a base. And I'll zoom in on that a little bit. Broke out of a basing pattern that dated back to the fall. And that breakout price was about 430, and it traced basically a cup pattern, and you could maybe call this week here the handle, but if you're not familiar with that, that's a pattern described by William O'Neill in his book How to Make Money in Stocks. He's the founder and publisher of Investors Business Daily, and that is a classic book that I highly recommend to anyone interested in trading stocks. In any event, this is Apple. And the reason I bring up Apple is I participate in a little group on Facebook, and recently, there's been, a few people saying that they're buying puts on this stock. And they think that, it's getting frothy. And the one comparison was made to Qualcomm back in, when it peaked in, I think in 99 or late 1999, I think Qualcomm peaked, and it's never even sniffed its all-time high since. But Apple, I don't get into the fundamentals too much, but the price action in Apple is not yet frothy. It is going parabolic in the short term, but when all is said and done, it's really only moved about a little over 10% since its breakout. So when you compare that to what Qualcomm was doing back in 1999, this is not a frothy move. Now, I noticed some guys talking about buying puts today, and I just think that's craziness because this stock had a breakaway gap at the open and closed up over 3% on heavy volume. So it's under accumulation. And I believe there was an analyst saying that, he was forecasting the stock to go over 600 or whatever, and they were talking about, I guess, the iPad 3 is coming out next month. So this is a classic example of a stock that is in an uptrend. It broke out of a base, and you want to just ride this thing as long as you possibly can. And, hopefully if you have owned the stock for a while, you'll continue to own it. But a lot of traders or investors who are amateurs, they get scared and they want to take profits. And that's probably the worst thing that you can do when you get on board a stock like this, because it just doesn't happen as often as we'd like. So whenever you have the opportunity, and this is like a dream stock right now, you want to hold it for all it's worth. It will tell you when it's ready to pull back. But until then, just ride the train for all it's worth and enjoy the profits. Now, since we're up so much today, it's quite possible that we'll have a bit of a pullback tomorrow. But the overall pattern of the stock, the trend is to the upside, so you want to stay long Apple and look for other real quality movers like this. So that's just my commentary. The stock market continues to churn a little bit. We're probably due for a little bit of a pullback. But you know, that trend is still in place. There's still plenty of skeptics out there. So as long as you have that skepticism out there, my suggestion is just to stay long the stock market. And we'll see you down the road in some more videos.